Okay guys, after install our NFS server, we can, just for testing purpose, you can go on the client side, okay, just to test if the folder is writable, readable and writable from the client, okay. And to test that, I will go back on my client, okay, KVM server 01, okay, and perform some actions. I will install an utility package, okay, for mounting, okay, my folder on this node, okay. First steps that I will do, and I will just create a folder from my side. I will say KVM test folder, simply mkd, this one. And after done that, the next action is also I can mount, okay, this folder, because I know my from the IP address of net of my node NFS server, I can mount this folder on the remote server, okay. Just this one, KVM test. Just for testing purpose, not more. After that, I will, okay, if I do df -h, I can see that the folder has been very well mounted. I can test the writing action. Test KVM. Okay, test file, test txt. Okay, so I can write a data bin in this folder. So that means that the configuration is good, is okay. So what I will do, I will just mount this one, okay. Okay, great. So now I'm ready for starting my configurations, okay, for the live migrations. The next action to do for the live migration is the storage pool creation and configuration. But before proceed, I have to update the etc host, okay, file or my environment. It is important. This where I will configure all the nodes in my networks, okay. I will configure the IP address of my let's say 10 and let's go back on this architecture. I have this node which is this one is the NFS server, okay, and 01, and this IP also is 10. Is the IP of my KVM server 01, okay, and the second one KVM server 02, okay, and I will just have to update my etc host file. Let's update it. File. Okay, so from there I can just test that all those nodes are pingable. Okay, the 2. Of course. And the 2. Okay, great. So next step to do is to configure our storage pool. Okay, the storage pool has to be configured, and here to configure the storage pool, it's pretty it is a bit simple. Okay, we have to create a file, okay, NFS pool files, okay, where we have to specify the type of pool. Okay, it is within this pool where the data will be stored. Okay, so the type of this pool is as it is an NFR backend server, you have to specify netfs. Okay, and the host IP should be the IP of our NFS server. Okay, so don't forget that the IP address is 93. Okay, and the folder, the target folder is on my NFS server is the SIV NFS for KVM storage pool. This folder is the folder at the backend side. Okay, and at the front end, okay, you have to specify on my local server on the KVM server node, this node. Okay, I have to specify on which folder should I apply the target folder. Okay, so I have to specify it. So let's go ahead. By default, this folder exists. Okay, by default, let me show you. By default, this folder exists in my environment. Okay, but the folder, the subfolder, okay, NFS pool doesn't exist at this moment. Okay, it doesn't at this moment. It doesn't exist first. Okay, so it is after the storage pool defining. Okay, when I will define this storage pool, okay, it at this moment that of this automatically this folder will be created, and it is backend by this folder. Okay, so don't worry if you don't see this folder at this time. So at this time in your environment. Okay, let's go back and create a file. Okay, so let me copy and paste great. Just remark one thing. Okay, at this moment see the content of okay, it is my NFS server, which is okay. Yeah, okay, it is just be sure about the IP address. I was about to okay, just to be sure about what has been assigned inside it. Great. Okay, very good. And let's go ahead. After that, I have to define my storage pool. Okay, to do that, it is pretty simple. Just do hit the command virsh pool and define. Okay, you have to specify the pool defined. If I do df -h Okay, at this moment you can see the folder mounted right now. Okay, and let me go ahead. The next steps after defining the pool, you can list all the pool right now configure in your environment. Okay, and dash all. Your pool is inactive. Okay, it is normal. Okay, so now I will activate this pool with the command virsh pool start -build and of your pool name. Okay, so at this moment let me check again. Yeah, as you can see, it's now mounted from in your local storage. Okay, so you are able to, if I go in this folder, you see that my NFS pool folder has been dynamically created. Okay, that's great. The next things to do is to pull the pool as an auto start pool. Okay, because as you can see, let me go back, list pool list. Okay, your pool auto start is at no, because if that means that if your server reboot, if this server is rebooting, this storage pool will not start, and you will be very confused. Okay, so I have to update the configuration to say that virsh pool dash auto start to my brand new pool. Okay, so now if I go back there, it is everything is okay right now for my environment, and I can proceed. Okay, so next steps to do is normally you are ready. Okay, you are ready, but before go ahead, you have to do the same things. We have to mount this folder, this same folder, on this second node. Okay, this second node also have to mount this same folder inside at his side. Okay, so I have to go to this node, just SSH KNA. Okay, and I will do the same actions that I did. Okay, but just let me version. Okay, so nothing vi etc host. It is will have to be updated. Let's do it. Yeah. Next steps is to define create the new pool very fast. You will do it very fast. Nano. You see. I will copy and paste all the same content. Okay, and the IP address have to be updated. Okay, Ctrl A. Okay, so now Virsh pool define the file. Okay, Virsh pool start as we did before, dash build, and our storage pool name started. And the next step, just to be sure that volume has been mounted very well. Okay, great. The next step, everything is okay now. The storage node 2 is configured very well. Okay, and other things to do, I will go back just on the first node. Okay, I will go back on the first node. Just be sure that okay, so okay, next steps to do. The storage pool has been successfully configured on the second node. Other things to do is to update our Libvirt configuration. Okay, so this is the additional configurations that you have to do. It is mandatory unless the live migration won't work. Okay, so do that from your side. Done from my side. You have to restart the Libvirt also process, just to in order to take in account of these new configurations. Okay, next steps, much more the biggest things has been done. Means that I will do also this also on this node also. I will do the same updating this configuration. We will do on this second node. If you want to migrate back of a node, you have to do it on all the nodes which are involved in your cluster. Next step, we have already a virtual machine in our environment. Okay, this we will let me show you Virsh list. Okay, we will for example we should have a virtual machine which have his volume within this storage pool. Okay, this shared storage pool, you should have your virtual machine within which have his storage pool inside of this storage pool. Okay, like this one here. We will create a new server. Okay, the particularity of this server is that the disk will be located within this storage pool. Okay, we specify the storage pool NFS pool. Okay, and it is inside this storage pool that of the volume of this node will be stored. Okay, so that's install. Okay, I have already the ISO of a virtual machine inside of this node. Okay, so the ISO is already there. Now I will launch the installation and see what will happen. Great. Okay, I will change the keyboard. Great. Great. Let's go back. Okay, now if I do Virch list, my brand new node is there. Okay, Virch domain block list. Okay, this is good. Okay, so next step, what I intend to do, I want to be just be sure that the next step is to start off the live migrations. Okay, and the command for the live migration is pretty simple. Okay, it's, let me sure about one thing before proceed. The command for the live migration is this one: virch migrate live and the server node. Okay, and this command, and we will first SSH on the node, and you have to connect through the root. Okay, through root. So you have to be sure that this node, okay, have activated the root accessor on it. Okay, so to do that, I have to activate the root accessor to the destination node. As we are in Ubuntu environment, by default, the root access is disabled. The root access through the SSH has been disabled. So we have to activate the root access. Okay, so let's do that. I will do it first on my first node. Okay, I will do it rapidly. I will permit root logging. Okay, it is a requirement. So and restart of a service. Okay, so let me go back on the second node and do the same things. Yeah, I didn't restart the servers here, so just copy it anywhere, just to permit of SSH on root. Great. And let's go back on the first node. But let me show you that on this node Virsh list, I have no server on this first node. Okay, so let's go back on the first node. Yeah, I have activated the direct root, so I can go directly through root just to test, just for testing. Yeah, I didn't assign sorry, I didn't assign a password for the root. Yeah, let me do it. Password root. Okay, I will do the same things for my Okay, so the new password has been assigned successfully. Now the next steps is to perform the live migrations. Okay, let's proceed. Let's do that. The command is this one. Okay, virsh migrate. Okay. First of all, let's list the server on the first node. I will migrate the first one, virsh KVM server 02. Okay, we are on 02 server. I can launch off the live migration. Password. Great. Okay, let's wish list. The server is gone, so let's go back on the first node, the second node, sorry, and do virsh list. You can see that the server is there. Okay, so that's the live migration. Let's just I can go back. Okay, I can do the same things, so to remigrate the first from this one to the first one. Okay, to this one I can do it. Bash launch the command, the same command again. Okay, great. So the live migration is working. Okay. Okay. Let me just go back on my first server. Great. Okay. Wish list. I can see that the server is go back. Okay, so that's very good, and that's thank you very much. Okay, and that's all for this lesson. Thank you very much, and see you for the next lecture.